Hey guys, so out here at the creek today, and Josh totally surprised me with some flowers. Not really, I sent him to the store and asked him to buy them, but I figured what better place to dissect flowers than right here at the creek. Okay, so it might be a little bit noisy. I'm going to try to be loud, but I thought that a new background, a different background for this video would make it even more unique and more interesting for you to watch. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these flowers out of this bouquet. Alright, so I'll lay the rest over here. Okay, so what I want you to see is that we have lots of different parts to the flower. Alright, so of course these are the leaves, and this is the stem, which leads to the roots, and that's where the flowers get their nutrients from. But if I actually take the individual bloom off, what all parts do I have? Alright, well, these outside pieces, and it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if there's one that has a little bit more to it on this particular kind of flower. But you can kind of see where this little green part is coming up. Alright, and that is called the sepal. And that is the part that protects the bloom itself from the wind and from, other damage. So you have the sepal, and then you have, of course, the petals. So I'm going to take my petals apart. Let me clean out an area where you'll be able to see. Alright, so I have my petals. Oops, I tore off one of the wrong pieces. Okay, so I have my petals. Alright, so for this particular flower, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals. Alright, and so then I have these little pieces at the top that almost look like seeds. This is part of the male part of the flower. Alright, the male part is called the stamen. It has the word men in it, stamen, and it has this anther part that looks like a seed at the top that is attached to this long piece called the filament. Alright, so together the anther and the filament make up the stamen. So get that close where you can see it. Alright, so you have the stamen, again, which is the anther and the filament. So we'll count how many anthers and how many filaments we have. So we have 2 anthers, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 filaments. Alright, so then you see this part. Alright, so if you look very carefully at this part, it's hard to see, but at the very tip, this is the female part of the flower, and this is called the pistil. Alright, so up here you have this little bitty opening. Alright, so at the very tip of this, again, this is the female part of the flower. You see that there is this, like a little opening. Alright, this little opening is called the stigma. Alright, and that is where the pollen goes down. So the pollen gets on the male part, which is the anther, and as the wind blows, the anther brushes up against this part right here, and so pollen goes down almost like a straw into this tube. So this end piece, again, is the stigma, and it's connected to this longer piece, which is the style. Alright, so you have the stigma, which is this end piece that kind of has this opening to it. Alright, and then you have the style, which is that straw piece. It's kind of like a stalk where the pollen goes through, and it goes down to the end. Alright, and this right here is the ovary. Whenever I open up this ovary, you can see these little seeds, and these little seeds are ovules. Alright, ovules. So that is where the pollen goes, and it fertilizes the ovules, and then that's where baby flowers are born. Here are petals, the flower petals, the leaves. Right here you have the stamen, the anther connected to the filament. Here you can see some more of the anthers. Here are some filament, a lot more anthers that I peeled off or plucked off from the flower. And then right here is the female part. Well, this is the whole female part. The stigma connected to the style, and then the ovary. Let me get that anther out of there. All right, so if I zoom in really close right here, you can see how the tip of this is open. That is the stigma. And then the style, again, it's connected to the ovary, which is right here. And inside of the ovary are the little seeds known as the ovules. All right, so that is everything that you need to know about pretty flowers and dissecting them. All right, so I hope that you enjoy this view. I hope that you enjoy this video, and I hope that you learned everything that you need to know about dissecting plants.